Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, December 30, 2022. Head of the Jamaica Defense Force, Rear Admiral Antoinette Weems Gorman, is urging Jamaicans to play a role in curtailing violence in the country and ensuring their own security. She made the appeal during the recent press conference where states of public emergency was declared for several parishes. The JDF Chief of Defense Staff points out that crime affects all Jamaicans, directly or indirectly, and as such, citizens must recognize the importance of participating in the fight against crime.
If you're a Jamaican who wants to see your children grow up in a safe and secure country, then do your part. You can do so by using the JDF tip line at 876-837-8888 or the JCF tip line at 311.
The head of the Army says the JDF remains committed to assisting the Jamaica Constabulary Force in protecting the country. Pointing to recent successes, she reveals that the coordinated effort of the Maritime, Air and Cyber Command resulted in an illegal fishing vessel with 131 Hondurans being intercepted and another interception leading to over 1,000 pounds of cocaine being recovered. A number of hospitals and educational institutions are benefiting from the donation of nebulizers to assist in treating asthma patients. The items have been donated by the V. Mansukani Foundation, headed by businessman Gul Mansukani. They are being presented to honor his son who succumbed to asthma complications in April. The most recent donation saw the Ministry of Education and Youth receiving 40 nebulizers. Portfolio Minister Favour Williams says they will enable educational institutions to effectively render assistance to children suffering asthma attacks while at school. 40 nebulizers have also been donated for use in Portland, 50 to the Bustamante Hospital for Children, 20 each for the Cornwall Regional and Chapelton Community Hospitals, and 10 to the Lionel Town Hospital. Mr. Mansukani says the foundation is on a mission to equip hospitals across Jamaica with upwards of 500 compressor nebulizers, as well as providing the equipment to elderly people who are at home and can't reach the hospital. The Golden Age home in Vineyard Town has received a donation of personal care items from Massey Distribution and Massey Gas as part of the company's Yuletide outreach program. Operations manager at the home, Delfried Kamak Thorpe, says the more than 100 packages of adult diapers were welcomed by administrators and staff at the facility as they are well needed. Chief Executive Officer of Massey, Janine Chen, says the decision to donate the items was easily made, understanding fully well that this will bring comfort to the residents, particularly over the Christmas season. She adds that in the future, similar donations will be made to the home. The Golden Age home is a nursing institution for the elderly with a mandate of ensuring holistic development in their physical, phonological, and medical care. Parents and guardians who have children with disabilities are being urged to register them with the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities, JCPD. During a study that was commissioned recently in partnership with the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, it was revealed that several children with disabilities, especially those living in rural Jamaica, are not captured in the JCPD's database. The study examined the socio-economic impact of disability on children and access to safety nets in Jamaica. Acting Country Representative for UNICEF Jamaica, Vicente Terran, says for several years his organization has been supporting the JCPD in trying to identify and register children with disabilities so they can better access the social services available to them.
Families need to know that if a child in their families have a disability, they need to be registered, and also they have incentives. They need to know about the type of services that they can receive.
One of the recommendations put forward from the study is the implementation of a referral system that is automatically activated upon a child being diagnosed with a disability. With the parent or guardian's consent, this information would be transmitted to the JCPD for the child to be registered, whether the diagnosis was made at a public or private medical facility. Mr. Terran says the registration process can be costly for families, so part of the advocacy of UNICEF Jamaica is to push for registration to be free of cost and in a way that is easy for the families. Executive Director of the JCPD, Dr. Christine Hendricks, says the cost associated with the registration comes from the medical report that has to be completed on behalf of the person with disabilities.
Depending on the type of disability and the specialized service that they will require to complete that medical. We have been working with the Ministry of Health and the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association to facilitate the process free of cost.
Dr. Hendricks adds that with support from UNICEF Jamaica through an upcoming project, the JCPD is seeking to have a new management information system implemented to enable online registration. And finally, the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport has launched 2 podcasts that highlight activities in Jamaica prior and subsequent to independence in 1962. The first podcast, titled I Love Jamaica, presents stories of life on the island and persons' pre-independence experiences. It also shares information on Jamaica's development over the years. The other podcast, titled This Week in Jamaica 60, provides information relating to the country's Diamond Jubilee celebrations and other major events. Director of Public Relations and Corporate Communications at the Ministry, Oliver Watt, says the idea to establish the podcasts emerged shortly after the Jamaica 60 anniversary celebration launch earlier this year. The I Love Jamaica podcast is hosted by Portfolio Minister Olivia Grange. The podcast has 2 formats. The first features essays about the experiences of persons growing up in independent Jamaica, while the second involves a one-to-one discussion with Minister Grange. For additional information or to arrange an interview, persons may contact Cherie Clark at 876-978-7654 or email sclark@mcges.gov.jm. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.